Hello, everybody, all at once. This is Theo Cedar Jones, and I want to make a confession about a unique recognition that I've been blessed with. And I'm going to make a roundabout approach to that by framing it in terms of current events. It may seem that all the static of people's concern about Donald Trump may conceal what's going on right now for real, which is that we're on the brink of a great awakening for planet Earth. The greatest awakening on planet Earth. And one of the signs that I intuited for years and expected somehow tacitly was that when the Great Awakening, when the event happens, that there would be a rebalancing between the divine feminine and the divine masculine in this world. And when Adi Das said, "He and she is me," or when Adi Das said, "Om Ma Da," I thought he was revealing a great mystery about himself. But it puzzled me because Adi Da was living in a male body, and I didn't know if we were to expect him to incarnate the divine feminine, the goddess, in his body and somehow be a hermaphroditic or transsexual or transgender guru. And if that were the case, I would accept it. Whatever it is that Adi Da was going to do to incarnate the rebalancing of the divine feminine with the divine masculine, I was prepared to accept. And at the time of his death, all I knew of was just him in his body alone. And his quandra had wandered. So there didn't seem to be a female consort that was well matched, let's say, with Adi Da that I was aware of. So if he died unmatched with the great consort, then am I to expect him to be a solo incarnation of the divine feminine and masculine at the same time? Is he supposed to handle all of it himself as just his bodily incarnation? Do you see my point? Now I feel like there is an answer to this great ultimate question of how in this great time of global awakening will the divine feminine be rebalanced with the divine masculine? Okay? And it is through this, it is through my recognition of Santosha Ma. Sri Santosha Ma, aka Santosha Tantra, I believe is the great consort of Adi Da and the great feminine divine incarnation of our times. Here we go. I literally see her as the incarnation of Durga. And Durga was the prime guru for Adi Da before his divine reawakening in 1970. His ultimate guru was Durga. So now it's full circle. Adi Da's guru has incarnated as Santosha Ma. Santosha Ma is alive as the living, transparent incarnation of the perfect realization of Adi Da Samraj. As I see it, that's how I see it. And this is good news. And it just relieves and resolves a whole host of puzzlements and questions and dilemmas about Adi Da, and here it is. Now when I contemplate Adi Da Samraj, and here's my confession to devotees of Adi Da, I'm coming out of the closet here, I no longer merely contemplate Adi Da's solo bodily incarnation, but I typically now I turn to him as him plus Santosha Ma. And I see Santosha Ma side by side with Adi Da in a murti in my mind, in my heart, ever-shifting, multifaceted Murtis of Adida's bodily incarnation, combined with the ever unfolding array of photographs and Murti representations of Sri Santosha Ma. Who is Santosha Ma? Well, I would suggest go find out yourself. Look up Santosha Tantra on YouTube and look at her videos of her talking, and then go to her website, Innocence of Her Form, and read her free book. And she's an open book. And she confesses that she is, in fact, the awakened realizer of Adida. I think she's the first true realizer of Adida in the world. And the fact that she had her awakening back in 1985, and that she's made approaches to Adida's community and has been spurned and unfairly turned away, indicates to me she's the real deal. She is absolutely the real deal. From all of my now personal, intimate experience with her, and having met her finally, and been in her place, her sacred space, I am quite happy. I'm happier than ever to know that the great dilemma of the divine feminine and masculine has a perfect resolution in the bodily incarnation of Santosha Tantra, in her transparent realization of Adida, and her perfect rebalancing of the divine feminine. I would say that Santosha Tantra is your definitive source for truth and authoritative demonstration of the divine feminine in person. So go get it. Go get yourself some Santosha Tantra now, people, because this is the best news. I mean, it was already just the perfect news that Adida is and lived past his divine translation in 2000 for 8 more years, and made his great body of image art, made his great theatrical work, made his great Aletheon work, and just did so much giving of notes. Don't forget the divine notes of Adida, numbering 30,000 in just the last few years of his life, the unauthorized, unapproved, unreleased underground notes of Adida. So, the divine admonition, or Mahavakya, he and she is me, is perfectly fulfilled by the dual Murti of Adida, Samraj, and Sri Santosha Ma, aka Santosha Tantra. And now, those are the primal, divine feminine, and divine masculine images for all future time. Yes, there will be other consorts for Adida, right? Other, what you might say, feminine realizers of Adida. But Santosha Ma is the first, and the great, and greatest, I believe, feminine realizer ever. And perfect timing. We needed an incarnate realizer of Adida so badly. I do. And she, I believe, and I'm asking her, and I've asked her personally to take her position of authority within the firm, within the Free Union of Renunciate Messengers, and I feel okay telling you all about this too, that I think she is the divine candidate to be the first authoritative holder of place and position in firm, and that she would be the best divine arbiter for future members of firm, and she is the best voice and authority, honestly, for Adida's truth in the world. So that's not to say you should bypass his books and his word. You should never do that. His books and his words are definitive. Adida's Leelas, Adida's videos, Adida's word are definitive for all time. So there's nothing diminished about Adida or less about Adida because Santosha Ma has taken this position and status, at least in my view. And in fact, this is the best possible news. And this resonates with something else I want to tell you about the resolution of the balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And that is about Earth. We have known Earth as Gaia. Now, I have been informed by some of my sources that Gaia and Earth do not possess merely a female polarity or aspect, but Earth also has a male aspect. And there's sort of a lower self and a higher self of Earth in both the male and the female aspect. And the lower side personality, they're called Gaia, is the feminine, and Gondolos is the masculine form of the Earth being, consciousness, deity. And the higher self forms of Earth are Gondanam as the male aspect and Chaitanya as the female aspect of higher self of Earth. So if you like, you can now refer to Earth not merely as Gaia or not merely as Gaia Gondolos, but as Chaitanya Gondanam, or Gondanam Chaitanya. Gondanam Chaitanya is the higher self of Earth in the balanced divine male-female vision understanding, if you like. So, we not only have a new ultimate form of the male and female divine in Adida and Santosha Ma, Om Da, but we have a new divine iconography for Earth as Chaitanya and Gondanam. Gondanam Chaitanya. Isn't that beautiful, man? So I want to just share this with you guys. This is my confession of recognition of the divine feminine in the world today, incarnate as Ma Durga, as Santosha Ma, as Santosha Tantra, as Santosha Ma as the divine consort of Adida Samraj. And so, one last vision and hope is that my recognition of Santosha Ma and Adida as the divine rebalancing of the feminine and the masculine is seen and understood by more people. To the extent that Santosha Ma is given entree and rightful reintroduction into the community of devotees in Adida's company, in Adidam. I think it is right and proper that the first and greatest consort and realizer of Adida should be welcomed into the most intimate quarters of Adida's sacred domain. I think that a formal invitation is long overdue from the insiders of Adidam presently to Santosha Tantra to be a physical guest on the sacred island of Naitumba, Adida Samraj Ashram, and to be invited to his burial place at the Brightness Temple, and that she should be invited into his most sacred precincts at Hamda Azmislan, specifically the Silver Hall, where really the greatest Murti Guru, the greatest living incarnation, consort, realizer of Adida, should be servicing the other renunciate realizers of Adida in his most sacred hall. His most sacred initiation hall is the Silver Hall on Naitumba. And in my vision, that is where Santosha Ma Tantra should be welcomed